So what is this person's karma for violating you? Trigger warning, this is for SARAP3. This is for the ladies that have been violated by another man, and you've been dealing with this trauma and you're wondering what is their karma for what they have done to you. Well, first, they are put in this overall energy. They are placed in the same exact energy that they have put you in. This energy of feeling trapped, this energy of feeling like you feel stuck and stagnant and you cannot move forward because of all of this mental conflict that you're dealing with. Swords is all about the mind. So there's a lot, you were dealing with a lot of racing thoughts, intrusive thoughts, thoughts of PTSD, thoughts that were feeling as if they were weighing you down, these thoughts that just cannot escape your mind. And that's what, this is a spiritual attack. And what it does is it attacks your mind, because you have to, when you cannot remove that memory out of your mind. And when you're constantly replaying that over and over in your head, it was weighing you down. It was causing so much mental stress and stress on yourself because of what happened. So the same energy that they placed you in, they are in this same energy where they are feeling convicted. They are basically, their karma is that that spirit of lust that attacked them, that attacked you, is now attacking them. It's now attacking their mind. It's basically, their mind is filled with so many thoughts of what they have done to other people. They're replaying the scenarios of what they have done to yourself and what they have done to other women. And they've realized, like, wow, like, they realize how corrupt they are, how wicked they are, like how what they did for a temporary satisfaction can cause so much pain and cause so much mental conflict in somebody, because now they're feeling the same energy themselves. They are having memories and thoughts of what has happened. Like, if they're constantly in their mind of, thoughts just telling them like of, just, I'm hearing words in my mind like, you're a predator, you're this, I don't even want to say the words, but that's what they're constantly hearing in their ear, hearing in their mind. And it's causing a lot of mental conflict where they can't escape their own thoughts. The same energy that they placed you in where you couldn't escape your own thoughts, this is the same energy that they are in. And this is where they have reached this form of clarity and truth. And they had to face, they may have tried to run from it, but they had to face the truth of what they did to you and how it affected you. Even though they may have been lying to themselves and they may have tried to deflect, the truth came to their face. The truth stared at their face pretty much and was telling them what they did and how they were wrong. So once they faced the truth, and this truth was brought to their face of the fact that the experiences that they have had with people were not voluntary, that this was assault, that this was coercion. And once this truth was brought to their face, they couldn't escape it. They couldn't run from it. They couldn't hide it, because if you said it to them and they heard you say it, they could never unhear what you said. If you said it to them via text, they could never remove what they just read. It's like they cannot escape the truth, and the truth came to them. And ever since this truth was brought to them, they have been dealing with this internal battle. They've been this battle because they're realizing that this wasn't just you that they did this to, but this happened multiple times with more than one person. It's almost like they can count on one hand on how they did this to other people. But it's like, it's as if you may have been the last person that they did this to. And it's like, once they did it to you, then that was the last time they were ever able to do that. So it's like they did it to other women prior, and then they did it to you, but it stopped with you. Okay, it prevented it from happening to other women. And they're just in this internal battle and conflict because they're thinking of, all of these other people that they were involved with. And they're having to recognize, like, wow, I did you the same way that I did those other people. So they're kind of thinking like, wow, like this person that just brought me this truth and clarity that just said that I basically just assaulted them. Now I'm recognizing that I didn't just do this to this one girl. I did this to other girls as well. So now they're feeling convicted. Now they're replaying and they're thinking like, wow, the whole time I didn't think that anything was wrong with it. But now I see the truth now. Now I see that that was wrong. Now that I see that that was horrible, that that is something bad, that this makes me a PREDATOR. I'm sorry, I'm not the best speller. But now they're realizing the type of person that they are and the type of energy that they carry, because like you can't escape this truth. So now it's like, regardless of how they want to try to deflect, they're still dealing with this internal battle because their whole ego was bruised when you said this to them. Because they were thinking that it was all fine and dandy, that everything was sweet, that they didn't do no wrong. But when they had to face this truth of who they are and what they have done, now they're feeling this internal battle, because they're like, so that means that if I did this to more than one person, I caused trauma in all of these other people. This makes me a horrible freaking person. Also, they may have been very like immature with their delivery with you. Like they were deflecting. They weren't being honest. They weren't like taking accountability. They weren't holding themselves responsible for that, because they couldn't handle what they were feeling. They couldn't handle this. They couldn't handle this truth. So that's why they were so like immature with you when they were talking with you. So now, because they could not face the truth, because what they were dealing with internally, what they were feeling was, it's like they were not brave enough to process their emotions of what they were feeling. That's why they were very immature with their communication. That's why they couldn't like be real with you on what they did. That's why they tried to deflect or tried to say like, well, I like whatever they were trying to say, like, well, I didn't know it was that bad and you could have just got up and left, or I didn't know that you didn't want to be there. I didn't think that I didn't think I did anything wrong. Like trying to deflect, it's because they couldn't handle the truth and it was staring them in their face. And all they were trying to do was protect their ego. Their whole ego was bruised when you brought this truth to them. So now they were doing everything that they can to protect their ego with this whole immature communication. But what happened is that you basically you just cut this person off. Like you cut them off, you ghosted them. You said, I want nothing to do with you. What you did to me was horrible. I don't want to see you again, speak to you again. I want nothing to do with you anymore. Like, get out of my face, leave me alone. And because of this, they felt even more rejection, because they're so used to getting what they want from people, and because they have to manipulate and coerce their way into doing it. But now that you basically kind of like 1 minute they were just assaulting you because, you know, they kind of overpowered you in the situation, and you know, like they took advantage of you, that like you were afraid, and that's how they were able to do this. But once you stood in your power and you stood up to them with no fear, you cut them off. You're like, I don't want to deal with you anymore. I don't want you in my life. Get out of my face. Now it's like this energy that you are in, that's the energy that women have towards them right now. It's not just you. It's like now it's kind of like your energy is setting the tone because of what they did. This is part of their karma, where people are rejecting them. People are turning their backs to them. They may be trying to like talk to other women. Women are like keeping it moving. They try to get another woman's number. She keeps it moving. Like, he's facing so much rejection from other women because of what he caused other women. Now it's like his karma is because you had to coerce women to satisfy your flesh. Now your karma is now you can't get any women. Now women are going to be cold with you. Women are going to be cutthroat with you. Some of these women that he's trying to talk to are like really giving him the business. Like they really saying some like harsh stuff to him, like really treating the F out of him, because it's like, you know, that's the type of energy that he was in. Like this person was an a-hole. And now people are kind of matching his energy, just random people that he's trying to talk to, giving him this cold cutthroat energy. You know, now he's getting a taste of his own medicine, because he's been trying to hide from himself. He's been trying to hide the things that he has been doing. A lot of the stuff he probably would have took to the grave. But when his truth came out, you can't run from you. Everything that's done in the dark comes to the light. What was hidden was now brought truth and clarity. So now that people have been giving this person his cutthroat energy, not trying to deal with him, you know, because he's of all of the stuff that was hidden, because of what he was trying to hide, what he was this person was very deceptive, like, you know, was hiding their true intentions of what they had for, you know, for women. Like they were saying one thing, like, oh, I'm trying to pursue a relationship, or oh, we could just come up, we can just relax, we can, whatever they were saying, like they deceived you and manipulated the situation, hiding their true intentions to do exactly what they wanted to do. You see, this person knew exactly what their intentions were, but they were hiding their intentions from you so that they can get what they want. So because they moved in this energy, they moved in this energy and they were being deceptive with their intentions, they were hiding their true intentions, not being 100% real on what they really wanted, their karma is now People are cutting them off and not wanting to deal with them. Women are turning their backs on him. It's like when he tries to talk to women now, they just turn the other way and walk, keep it moving, because they're not trying to deal with this anymore. Because that's the energy that he's manifested. Like, he has to feel this form of rejection so that he can go within and recognize that you cannot continue to get women and have the privilege of having women in your presence if you cannot respect them. Because this person is very immature in their communication, all of that kind of stuff. Very, very childish. And now they're just sitting here because they're sitting here bored and everything, just kind of down in the dumps, just not doing anything with their life, because they're looking at how they used to be able to entertain themselves by going and involving themselves, by chasing the next one, by going on the hunt, just going and finding women just to satisfy their flesh. But now, because they're out of this energy and women are not dealing with them, now they're sitting here bored, wondering what to do. And there's this opportunity here. It's like, well, you know what? You can actually go heal. You can tune within and think about what you've done. You can repent. You can seek forgiveness. You can repent of what you have done, and all of this pain will go away. But because they're in this energy and they're basically like, they're in this immature energy, not trying to like be real about what has happened. They're basically like sitting over here in this energy, like not trying to deal with it. Like the thoughts are constantly, all of these thoughts are like this battle that they're in because of their thoughts. All of the thoughts that's coming towards them, basically telling them what they have done. They're ignoring these thoughts. They're ignoring their thoughts, and they're ignoring the solution of how to overcome these thoughts. So now they're kind of in this energy of like feeling over it, because they've been trying to get what they want, but they can't get what they want. So now they're saying like, I'm not getting my way. What am I supposed to do? Well, this is what happens when you do people like that. You ain't finna be rewarded for that. And they are also in this energy of feeling like they are basically in the same dark place that they put you in. You know, that dark place that you were in, where it was just so much going on in your mind. Like you were in this energy of feeling trapped and feeling like stuck and stagnant, like you couldn't move forward. They are in this same energy, this same darkness that they put you in. They are now in this energy because they were operating, come on spirit, they were operating from a very dark place, a very demonic place. Like they were overcome by the spirit of lust, and that spirit of lust has no self-control. That spirit of lust attacked you through them. So that spirit of lust that they were holding on to, it has no self-control. It goes after what it wants, and then it brings people. It's like when you're dealing with those types of spirits, they bring you into the darkness with them. And it's like the devil will take you further than where you want to go and keep you longer than you want to be there. This was all a spiritual attack. So because the devil brought you like into that dark place and did what they did to you, you were in this dark place for a while. You were in this place. Like you may have just been sitting there just scrolling through your phone, just trying to distract yourself from all of the thoughts in your mind. And you did a lot that you could to heal. And you've been making great strides, baby. But now they are in this energy. They are in this energy where they can't escape their own thoughts. They're constantly thinking about the things that they have done and what they have done to these other people. And all of these thoughts are just racing in their mind to a point where they can't escape it. It's like that spirit of lust is attacking them now, because like what was happening is when you deal with that spirit of lust, come on spirit, it's like there's no rest for the wicked. They have to go out to go attack other people with that spirit of lust. But because people have been cutting them off and they have been giving them the time of day, they don't have any new victims. They don't have any new prey. So now it's like the predator is preying on the predator. It's like the predator is preying on itself. It's like now that same spirit that they had that attacked you and those other women is now attacking them. So now they're having nightmares. They're having dreams. That spirit is attacking them in their dreams. You know how sometimes spirits can sleep with you in your dream? This is what is happening to them. And this is what's causing all of this stuff. And it's like they can't escape the darkness in their own mind. They can't escape it. They may try to, distract themselves by putting in some work or just working on something else to try to distract themselves, but it's still not working. They're still in this dark place. The same dark place that they placed you in is where they are now. They did not get away with it, baby. They are not getting away with it. What they did to you was wrong. They may try to work their way and distract, but no, they're still in this dark place because of what they have done to you. They have to feel everything you felt. and it's attacking their mind the same way it attacked yours. So as they are trying to work their way out of this dark place, instead of tuning within, because that's what this energy is telling them. It's telling you to tune into your emotions. What were you feeling in the moment that makes you feel that you need to go do that to another person? Why is it that you satisfying your flesh is that important to you? Is that much of a priority that you have to go violate another woman's body, overpower her to get what you want? What emotion was leading you to do that? You need to tune within to your emotion. You need to deal with this. You need to face that demon, but they're not trying to face it. That's why they're dealing with all of these negative, intrusive thoughts, because it's like that same spirit. This is how the devil works, baby. The same spirit that when the devil jumps inside of the vessel of a low vibrational person to go attack a child of God, that same vessel that they use to go attack another person, that same spirit gonna attack the same vessel that they are in. This is why when you dance with the devil, you gonna end up in the... When you deal with the devil gonna deal with you too. The devil will use you for its own purposes to attack people. And then once they have done its job, then now the attack is on you. The attack is on you, because this is how the devil works. Because the devil wants to just wants people to be miserable and feed off that energy. Because if the devil can continue to siphon this person's energy and just keep this person in a very low vibrational state, they can continue to use that person to do that kind of stuff. But what's happening is that this person undid this more than once, so many times, that now their karma is they're not dealing with anybody anymore. No one's dealing with them. Let me correct that. No one's dealing with them anymore. So this is also putting them in a very dark place, because they're facing a lot of rejection. And they've been trying to work this off and distract themselves, but it's not working. They're still in this dark place because that spirit is now attacking them. They may be trying to come towards other people and, maybe try to offer stuff like, I can give this to you, I can give this, just so they can get what they want. But still, justice is not on their side. They're not receiving justice in this situation. They're not receiving what they want, because they have to be real with themselves. They cannot keep hiding this part of themselves. They have to face the truth within themselves. They have to basically... So because they are continuing to keep all of this hidden, and they're not willing to face the truth and hold themselves accountable and take responsibility for their actions, because they are not being truthful with themselves, they still want to hide. They still want to keep this in the dark. This is why justice is not on their side. They're still going to deal with the negative karma until they are real with themselves.